Nintendo's fall lineup is stacked, from massive RPG revivals to cozy roll-up worlds and fresh indies that might steal your heart. Here are 20 of the most exciting new Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 games coming this October 2025. What if your after-school club was secretly a squad fighting otherworldly creatures while time froze at midnight? Persona 3 Reload finally lets Nintendo players experience one of Atlus's most beloved RPGs with a gorgeous modern makeover, and it's coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch 2 this October. This remake overhauls everything: higher resolution visuals, fully re-recorded voice acting, and reworked dungeons that feel less repetitive than the original's long tower crawl. The life sim calendar system is still here. You'll juggle friendships, exams, and part-time jobs by day, then descend into Tartarus by night to battle shadows using your summoned personas. With Switch 2 hardware, the game runs at a smooth frame rate with sharp HD textures and fast load times. Atlus also added quality of life tweaks like instant Persona skill previews and streamlined menus, modernizing the experience without losing its signature melancholy tone. If you've ever been curious about Persona but didn't want to jump into a giant backlog, this is the perfect starting point. Stylish, emotional, and finally portable on Nintendo's newest console. Imagine rolling a sticky magical ball across rooftops, cities, and entire planets, picking up anything that isn't nailed down until you're huge enough to swallow the moon. That's the joyful absurdity of Once Upon a Katamari, a fresh reimagining of the cult classic. This new entry goes beyond a simple remaster. Levels are bigger and more dynamic, with moving NPC crowns and destructible objects that tumble and scatter before getting absorbed into your ever-growing Katamari. Co-op rolling makes a return too. Two players can now control separate Katamaris that can fuse mid-level for bonus points. And the soundtrack? Pure Katamari magic. Upbeat J-pop, quirky jazz, and cozy lo-fi tracks while you turn entire towns into a ball. It's silly, creative, and incredibly stress-relieving. From Yacht Club Games, the creators of Shovel Knight, comes Mina the Hollower, a gothic action-adventure that feels like a lost Game Boy Color classic rebuilt with modern polish. You play Mina, a whip-wielding inventor exploring a cursed island after its power mysteriously shuts down. Combat is fast and precise. Lash enemies with your whip, dodge through danger, and use Mina's signature hollowing ability to burrow underground and uncover hidden paths. Dungeons mix clever puzzles with tough bosses, while the world hides secret rooms and gear upgrades for explorers to find. It's charming, a little spooky, and packed with handcrafted detail. Perfect for anyone who loves retro-style adventures with modern smoothness. Mario's most breathtaking space adventures return in a single package with Super Mario Galaxy 1+2. Both classics have been polished for the Switch and enhanced for Switch 2 with 4K support and faster load times on the new hardware. On the original Switch, they run at full HD with updated controls that work with either motion or traditional sticks. Nintendo added a new assist mode for younger or casual players, refreshed menus, and extra Rosalina storybook chapters that expand the lore. Local multiplayer lets a second player help collect star bits and interact with the environment. Fans are excited to finally see Galaxy 2 officially return after being skipped in earlier re-releases. The timing lines up perfectly with hype for the upcoming Super Mario Galaxy movie next spring, so this bundle feels like a celebration of the series. Some players have voiced concerns about textures and visual downgrades in preview footage, but it's still the most accessible way to play these beloved cosmic adventures on modern hardware. Undusted Letter from the Past is one of October's most mysterious indie releases, a quiet, emotional narrative game built around memory and discovery. You explore forgotten places, uncovering letters and artifacts that piece together a deeply personal story about loss and reconnection. Gameplay seems to center on slow exploration, puzzle solving, and reading handwritten messages that change your understanding of past events. The art direction leans watercolor and soft light, with cozy interiors and melancholy outdoor scenes. Very little official marketing has revealed the plot, which is part of its charm. It invites curiosity and theory crafting. If you love narrative adventures that reward patience and subtle environmental storytelling, this one is worth keeping an eye on. The beloved JRPG Tales of Xillia arrives on Nintendo hardware for the first time in a polished remaster. Originally a PlayStation exclusive, this version sharpens the visuals, integrates DLC, and improves menus for handheld play. Its real-time combat system remains a standout. You'll link characters mid-battle for flashy combo attacks while swapping between party members seamlessly. The dual protagonist setup returns, letting you experience the story from either Jude or Milla's perspective, adding replay value and deeper character insight. Fans of narrative-driven action RPGs will appreciate the strong cast, anime-style cutscenes, and heartfelt themes of identity and sacrifice. Visual enhancements and quality-of-life updates make this the most convenient way to experience Xillia on Nintendo hardware.
Demonic chaos!
Pokémon Legends ZA takes players back to the Kalos region, first seen in Pokémon X and Y, but reimagines it with the semi-open world structure introduced in Legends Arceus. Set around Lumio City during an era of change, it's a mix of nostalgia and fresh adventure. Mega Evolution returns as a core battle feature, letting trainers once again unlock powerful alternate forms. Exploration is freer than the mainline Pokémon games, with seamless encounters and wild Pokémon roaming large areas. Early footage shows bigger hubs, vertical traversal, and denser environments than before. On Switch 2, expect sharper textures and better frame rates, while the original Switch version still runs, but with slightly pared down visuals. Online elements have been hinted at, but not fully explained. There may be trading hubs or cooperative features similar to raid battles. It's shaping up to be the first Pokémon title to truly bridge two console generations. Ghost Traveler is an enigmatic indie adventure that blends spectral exploration with puzzle mechanics. Players take on the role of a wandering spirit, moving between the living world and an eerie, dreamlike afterlife. Gameplay details are still under wraps, but previews suggest you'll shift between realities to solve environmental puzzles and uncover forgotten memories. The tone is quiet, moody, and a little haunting, somewhere between a walking simulator and a light puzzle platformer. Its visual style leans painterly and surreal, with muted colors and drifting particles that make each scene feel dreamlike. While details are scarce, the premise alone has caught the attention of players who love atmospheric indie titles. Two foundational RPGs return with modern polish in the Dragon Quest I and II HD Remake. These early adventures have been rebuilt with crisp HD sprites, cleaner menus, and quality-of-life features that make them easier to enjoy today without losing their classic charm. You'll still explore sprawling overworlds, delve into dungeons, and face turn-based battles with the series' signature monsters. But now, with fast battle options, modern UI touches, and improved pacing, music has been newly arranged, giving a richer orchestral feel while staying faithful to the original melodies. For longtime Dragon Quest fans, it's a nostalgic trip back to the roots. For newcomers, it's a rare chance to experience where JRPG traditions began, but in a format that doesn't feel clunky or outdated. Both Switch and Switch 2 versions offer smooth performance, with the newer hardware providing sharper visuals and quicker transitions. The colorful buddy platformer returns with Yooka Replay-Lee, a polished re-release of the beloved Yooka-Laylee adventure. This edition enhances visuals, tightens platforming controls, and adds quality of life tweaks that make exploring its sprawling, collectible-filled worlds smoother than ever. Players guide Yooka the Chameleon and Laylee the Bat through vibrant, open 3D levels filled with puzzles, quirky characters, and hidden secrets. Expect improved camera controls, cleaner physics for tricky jumps, and faster loading between worlds. For longtime fans of Banjo-Kazooie style platformers, this is a warm nostalgia hit. For newcomers, it's a perfect entry point into a genre that mixes exploration and lighthearted humor. Absolum is one of October's biggest mysteries, an indie project wrapped in dark fantasy aesthetics and cryptic previews. Trailers show shadowy landscapes, towering structures, and surreal creatures, but offer few direct explanations. The genre appears to be action-adventure or Metroidvania, with exploration-driven progression and heavy emphasis on atmosphere. Expect haunting music, sparse dialogue, and a focus on environmental storytelling. The combat snippets shown so far feature fluid dodging and melee weapons with magical effects, suggesting a skill-based system. For players who love discovering worlds without hand-holding, piecing lore together through exploration, Absolum could be a sleeper hit. Its mood and art direction lean brooding and cinematic, perfect for fans of dark, mysterious adventures. From the team behind 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus comes 2 Point Museum, a new management sim with a creative twist. Instead of running hospitals or universities, you're building and curating your own museum empire. Players design exhibit halls, manage visitor flow, hire quirky staff, and balance budgets while chasing 5-star reviews. Exhibits can range from ancient fossils to interactive science installations, with humor and charm that fans of the series will recognize. The game includes campaign levels with unique challenges, like restoring historical artifacts or meeting special exhibit requests, plus a sandbox mode for freeform creativity. 2 Point Museum is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, using the newer console's extra power for faster load times, denser crowds, and more detailed exhibit spaces. The haunting puzzle platform series continues with Little Nightmares 3, delivering eerie fairy tale horror in beautifully unsettling environments. Players will once again navigate oversized, distorted worlds where every shadow hides danger, solving puzzles and sneaking past monstrous creatures. This entry introduces fresh locations beyond the Maw and Pale City, from windblown deserts filled with forgotten toys to labyrinthine houses where walls seem alive. A companion system lets you work with another character, either AI-controlled or in optional local co-op, to solve cooperative puzzles and overcome terrifying set pieces. Visual upgrades make the lighting and shadows even more dramatic, especially on Switch 2, where dynamic effects and smoother frame rates deepen the dread. It's atmospheric, tense, and perfect for anyone who loves the feeling of being small in a world that doesn't want you there. Classic beat-em-up action gets a modern rebirth with Double Dragon Revive. Billy and Jimmy Lee return to clean up the streets, but this time with reimagined combat and slick new visuals. The game stays true to side-scrolling brawls, but adds dodge mechanics, counters, and a light RPG-style upgrade system. Players can customize movesets, chain bigger combos, and take on branching level paths that change boss encounters. 2-player co-op is a given, both local and online, making it a great pick for fans of couch brawlers or retro arcade nostalgia. The art style keeps a gritty edge, but with smooth animation and a refreshed look that feels modern without losing the old school vibe. Ball X Pit blends brick breaking with survival roguelike chaos. You launch ricocheting balls to shred swarms of enemies, then use loot from the pit to expand your homestead, unlock upgrades, and fuse ball types into wild, overpowered synergies. You'll also recruit quirky heroes, each adding new twists to your run. The loop is fast and crunchy. Dive deeper into the pit, rebuild the fallen city of Balbalon, and experiment with arcane ammo that evolves as you stack modifiers. It's all about adapting builds builds on the fly and discovering broken combinations that turn the screen into a cascade of rebounds. If you like Breakout meets Vampire Survivors energy, plus a touch of base building, this is one to watch. Full Metal Schoolgirl is an offbeat action game that fuses everyday school life with over-the-top combat and heavy metal flair. You play a student who juggles exams by day and mech-style battles by night, armed with customizable weapons and flashy special moves. Combat looks fast and combo-driven with parries, aerial attacks, and rhythm-inspired timing prompts synced to a hard rock soundtrack. The tone is tongue-in-cheek but stylish, balancing anime slice-of-life scenes with wild cinematic boss fights. Its art direction leans neon and metallic with exaggerated character designs and huge screen-filling attacks. This release is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2, taking full advantage of the newer console's power while keeping its distinct rebellious personality intact. The annual dance party is back with Just Dance 2026, featuring a fresh track list packed with global hits, dance classics, and viral favorites. As always, it turns any living room into a stage, but this year's edition adds tech upgrades that make it feel more modern. New choreography modes let you remix moves mid-song, and an expanded online multiplayer hub hosts live dance events where players can join massive group routines. Motion tracking feels more responsive, and the menus are cleaner and easier to navigate for quick party play. Whether you're a casual dancer or looking to sweat through your favorite songs, this year's release feels bigger and more connected than ever. It's still colorful, family-friendly, and the ultimate party starter. The tower defense favorite is sprouting again, with Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, a modern reimagining of the original classic. The formula of planting defenses to stop quirky zombie invasions remains, but with polished visuals and expanded mechanics. New plant types, weather effects, and dynamic enemy waves shake up strategy. There are hints of co-op and challenge modes that go beyond the original's simple lawn setup, possibly new maps and defensive layers. The art style keeps its playful, cartoony charm, but looks sharper and more animated. It's a fresh yet nostalgic take on one of gaming's most beloved casual strategy titles. Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition bundles the modern era of MK into one definitive package, bringing brutal cinematic fights to Nintendo's hybrid consoles. It includes every character and DLC released so far, plus enhanced training modes and a massive story campaign that ties together recent entries. The fighting is as sharp as ever. Bone-crunching combos, environmental interactions, and spectacular fatalities that push the hardware to its limits. This edition is the most complete Mortal Kombat experience Nintendo players have ever had, combining everything into one accessible release. For newcomers, it's a perfect way to jump in without buying multiple titles. For veterans, it's an all-in-one library of fighters, costumes, and arenas. Two beloved JRPG universes collide in Ys vs. Trails of the Sky Alternative Saga, a crossover action RPG that mixes the fast, real-time combat of Ys with the deep story and character focus of Trails. Players can build dream teams from both franchises, switching between heroes mid-battle for flashy combos and unique synergy attacks. The story connects the worlds through a mysterious rift that pulls characters together, offering fan service moments, but also a self-contained plot newcomers can follow. Combat is quick and fluid, but with strategic party building and special skills pulled from each series' heritage. The art style blends Ys' vibrant fantasy with Trails' grounded towns and airships, creating a crossover world that feels fresh but familiar.
We're not getting out of this without a fight.
Just had to get me involved, huh?
Which one are you most excited to play first? Drop your pick in the comments. I'd love to see what everyone's looking forward to. And if you enjoy discovering new Nintendo games like this, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss the next countdown.